Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Behind Marketing Lines, where stories fuel growth. I'm your host, Zeeshan, and today my guest is Dora Hrkac.
Very good.
Perfect.
Hi, Zeeshan.
Well, thank you for taking time out, and I hope I pronounce your second name correctly.
Yes, as I told you, if you said Hrkac, it would mean hamster in my language. So far, so good. It is Hrkac.
Perfect. I think my practice worked. Well, I'll dive straight into the questions. Imagine your life was a movie. What is it called, and what's the opening scene like?
I think it would be rather a cartoon,
Oh, okay.
or maybe volume 2 of Aladdin and a whole new world.
Right.
So, jokes aside, the movie would be called Lost in Space.
Interesting.
And I'm currently navigating between the planets and exploring the Venus, the Mars, the Jupiter. So, yeah, let's call it Lost in Space.
Interesting. I thought you would name them as AI and Martech and
Oh, no, no, no. I'm kind of a bit bored about hearing it. Unfortunately, it became a buzzword, another buzzword.
agreed.
It's undeniable. It's part of our presence, it's part of our future, and we cannot escape it. We cannot use another word for artificial intelligence. We can only adapt ourselves by using it in the right way.
That is correct. And what if your life was a book? What would be the title and which chapter are we at right now?
I'm actually writing a book.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. So I cannot share any details
Of course.
because I've been writing it for years now. And only God knows where I will finally decide to publish it. But it's quite a journey, and actually, it's a journey about me coming from Croatia to the UAE. And it is related a lot to my career, work, the culture, and everything that I have experienced in the UAE for the past 7 years that I've been living here. The current chapter maybe would be called Resilience 2.0.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Yes.
I'm actually glad to know that you're actually writing a book too. So, really excited. And whenever it comes out, I think I'll be the first one to buy it and get a signed copy.
You won't have to buy it. I would be more than happy to provide one special copy for
Awesome.
you.
Looking forward to it.
And who knows, maybe this podcast turns up in the book as well.
Yeah, I mean, why not? 100%. And what's your origin story? How did you get into marketing?
Interesting question, because I never studied marketing. I actually studied journalism, public relations, and communication.
Right.
But I did get my master's degree in the subject that was related to the advertising and advertising in media, because I was always in love with that spectrum and that industry and advertising as such. So I knew that once in my life I will be part of marketing in some sense. So I started actually my career in Super Brands Adriatic, which is a global organization for branding, and this was the first point of me being involved with the marketing. And at that point of time, I also had to pass the state exam for tourist branch offices, because we were working on a loyalty project that that required that specific knowledge and the test, because in Croatia, as per the law, you cannot open the tourist branch office without having that exam.
Right.
And little did I know that 6 months after, I will be joining the largest destination management company in Croatia with over 95 years of experience in
Wow.
travel arrangements. And if you look at the economy of Croatia as a country, it's our main economy. So it was practically working for the country itself.
Right.
And it was a huge corporation with over 25,000 employees. And it was a huge thing. And up till day, it's the backbone of my career. And everything I've learned to this day, I owed it to my time at Atlas. including the path that led me to the UAE, because through the network of Atlas and working actually in the tourism sector, I was invited to apply for the position in Hilton in Ras Al Khaimah.
Right.
2019, I moved to the UAE. Although it was not completely new world back then, because back in Atlas we worked a lot with the Emirates, we worked with RAKTDA, we worked with Dubai tourism, so I was already familiar with Ras Al Khaimah as a destination. We were selling those hotels and those packages, and we were doing a lot of marketing campaigns for people in Croatia to actually visit Ras Al Khaimah at that point of time. Unfortunately, as we all remember, 2020, COVID, literally felt like my dreams were completely crushed.
But I'm glad it's over and here we are.
God forbid it ever happens again.
I hope it doesn't happen, at least in our lifetimes.
Exactly.
What's been the plot twist so far? Was it COVID or, I mean, because when I look at your LinkedIn, you have accomplished a lot. And so is there any plot twist so far?
Huge plot twist, and thank you so much for the compliment. I know that for some people, my LinkedIn might seem a little bit of confusing. At one point, I'm doing this, then I'm doing that. Like, what is she actually doing? Who is she working for? But that's the reason why there is a little bit of confusion and why there is not one single center point. First, it's part of my persona. I like covering a lot of different industries. I love to be involved in many different aspects of my life. I even call myself jack of all trades and master of comms.
Right.
So it is part of what I'm doing. And what was the main plot twist back then was the fact that I felt there was a sense of unfinished business.
Right.
In terms of hospitality, I really enjoyed working at Hilton, and I believe that if COVID didn't happen back then, I would most probably still be with them as an organization, because I'm not a classic Dubai job hopper. Once I get in, it's very hard for me to switch to another company. I'm a very loyal employee. It felt strange. I just got in. I got approvals from the regional office for my marketing plan for 2020. There were so many brilliant campaigns. I was so much looking forward to it. There was Expo in plan. There was actually a campaign related to Disney. It was heartbreaking, seriously heartbreaking.
I can imagine.
And at that point of time, I really thought that I want to go back to tourism and hospitality. And it was crazy. Everybody told me, you're crazy. Like, hotels are not working. They're shutting down. They literally told people to take their leaves. And it's very hard. This is not a moment to be in tourism. However, I thought I'm going to be the one that will change everything. And this is how much I was passionate about it. In the same time, my LinkedIn post got viral, where, yes, that was kind of a plot twist in everything. But also it was a plot twist in the sense that I did get 2 offers. One was in hospitality to join Rixos.
Oh, interesting.
And the other one was to join Soft Technologies.
Right.
It was very strange to me because I never saw myself working in tech or energy sector. It was not appealing at all. However, when I started having conversation and interviews with the CEO, I fell in love with the attitude and the possibilities that were offered at that point of time. Still, my heart was in hospitality, and it was a crossroad which I've never faced before, actually. It was the biggest challenge for myself to pick and choose, because you know that whatever you decide, it's final, and there is no turning back, and it will create another path for you. So at that point, I decided that I will go with Asiasoft and I will go down that road. And I was actually encouraged by my father to sign with Asiasoft, and I accepted the challenge because it was a new environment and I really wanted to test my own marketing capabilities because it seemed, from marketing perspective, it seemed very easy working in an industry that's kind of marketing itself. You know, when you
Agreed.
work for hotels, when you promote the most beautiful products, it's so easy to run that space. But when you're challenged to promote something that's related to smart utilities, it's a challenge. And me being so creative as a persona and a marketer, I thought of myself, now here you go, you love challenges, you thrive on challenges, go ahead and now let's see how good you are at what you really do. So this was the plot twist back in 2021.
Interesting. And do you think that was the defining moment in your career as well?
Absolutely.
You mentioned about looking at your LinkedIn profile and people getting confused. I think it's fascinating and it's very diversified,
Yes.
and it makes you who you are, because from super brands to tourism and hospitality to where you are today, and then Forbes. I think it's amazing.
Yes. Actually, Forbes came thanks to my LinkedIn and everything that I was doing on my LinkedIn. Actually, that was another reason why my CEO decided to hire me in the first place, because he was the one that enjoyed my content on LinkedIn. There were some speculations and about me not being an engineer,
Right.
and there were questions raised. She's from hospitality, she's from tourism, but as a fact, when it comes to our profession, if you're really good in what you are and what you can do with either a service or a product, then it's applicable to any industry. And this is what I have proved in last 5 years now within this company, because the huge thing that has happened over first 3 years is the fact that the company was acquired by International Holding Company of Abu Dhabi,
Nice.
which was a huge thing. And on top of it, I won the Gold Stevie Award for the most innovative communication professional in MENA region.
I saw that.
Based, yes,
Amazing.
thank you so much. It was a huge thing for me because it was a proof that I did make it in the energy sector, in the tech sector. And the award was given to me thanks to my employer branding strategy.
Right.
And this is something that I was always passionate about. I always wanted to create cultures that speak volumes, that are not just the writings on the wall, as they say, but really, really promote it in a way that that speaks volumes about the place where we work. And it meant even more because it was arranged in Hilton in Ras Al Khaimah
Oh, nice.
on this
Okay.
very same date that I left the hotel. And it was very symbolic, and it was very, up to this date, it means really a lot to me, because it was not just another award. It was my first one. And of course, you always remember something that happens for the
100%.
first time.
That's true.
And literally 7 days after, Forbes got in touch with me to join the communication council because they were following the work that I've done in the region.
Nice.
And of course, being a journalist myself, professionally, it meant world to me. So those two things happened in literally in 2 weeks, and 2023 was really the one of the best years in sense of accomplishments.
Well, that's awesome. And for the listeners, I think this is the power of LinkedIn. And you have an example
Exactly.
right in front of you. So the people who think that LinkedIn is boring and you shouldn't be creating content for LinkedIn, but for Instagram and TikTok, I think LinkedIn is one of the places to be as well. And I think it takes you places. Perfect. So can you share what are you working on right now apart from writing that book?
I'm actually working on 2 books.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Other one is more related actually to the work.
Right.
It's full of examples, and actually it is related to LinkedIn and how to monetize it and how to work with it. And the whole story with LinkedIn, as I just told you, started with this viral post back then and me trying everything to find a new role in the UAE. The other thing is that I realized that now I have this huge number of followers and I need to start using that for a certain voice. And then I would say I'm a pioneer in sense of the PR concept of combining the employer branding within the brands and employees, but in a way where I would love to promote brands through their employees. So every company has, let's say, the outstanding employees. And those outstanding employees are companies' brand ambassadors. So instead of promoting XYZ company, we will not advertise now, anybody. I love to do it through their people. So in the sense of why they love working for that company, what is their specialty, what is their expertise.
Right.
So in a sense, it becomes corporate influencing from my side and my LinkedIn, but in the same time, you actually promote the company and the brand in the best possible way through their people. So of course, it's not always easy to find those individuals, and then there is a problem of compliance getting involved in those in certain cases, especially if you want to actually promote companies that are in more serious industries, let's put it that way. But this is something that I actually proved within ASOSoft of how you can still be creative and run things in a cool way and in a sweet way and still be presented as a serious business. And I think that's a differentiation between myself as a marketer and maybe someone else working within the same industry and trying just to stick to the same old lines, thinking this is a serious business. It can still be serious, and it's still it's always it's about a bottom line in the end, but you need to focus really on the creative part to establish yourself as a different player in the market.
Interesting. What's one lesson that you learned the hard way throughout your career? I'm sure many lessons, but one lesson that you would want to share with the marketers out there listening to this podcast?
To keep my mouth shut.
Right.
I'm coming from a country and the region where Croats are known as very outspoken people.
Okay.
And on the other hand, I'm very blunt as a person. That's part of my character. And I often don't have a filter. So I'm very straightforward because I think only once you're honest with somebody and just say what you need to say, it just makes things easier and it puts you in a situation to resolve things much faster than going around the bush. However, it's not often the case in a corporate world, and that's why I say that it's better to sometimes to keep your mouth shut, which is the case. And better reference to those advices would be from Robert Greene, which currently I'm reading his book 48 Laws of Power.
Right.
As soon as I start reading it, I thought to myself, oh my God, this is exactly what I didn't do, and this is exactly what I should have done. So it's kind of a playbook of how to navigate through corporate environments. Because as you know, not every company has a healthy culture. There are a lot of office politics out there. And this book helps a lot to navigate those situations and kind of puts you off the situation where you can end up in a trap.
Sounds like a very interesting read.
It is. It is. Either Green's books or Green's podcasts.
That question is coming up, to choose between the books and the podcasts. So any advice for the future marketers? Anything that, apart from knowing where to speak?
What I witnessed in this region for the past couple of years is lack of creativity. Actually, maybe not lack of creativity, but sense of boldness.
Right.
They rather play on a safe side than actually unleash all their creativity. And this is something that everyone should start thinking about when it comes to marketing, PR, all our 360 digital space. Because there's too much noise out there. Now we're connected throughout all these channels. You always need to start asking yourself what will make you different from the rest. There's too much competition. Even if you look at the podcasts or social media, the influencers, and especially if it comes to, let's say, hospitality sector, it's overpacked and there's so many amazing places. And this is something that I've noticed as well. I often ended up discovering some restaurant, let's say, which would have an amazing food, let's say, or cuisine or preparation or the service. However, their digital presence would not play it out there in that manner. So it would not complement the experience I would have. And this is something that I always feel bad about. And this is something that I always have a feeling I would do it better. So that in that sense, I would encourage everyone to definitely keep learning, keep investing in the knowledge, because of the AI, tools are constantly improving. Every day there is a new program. Every
That's
day
true.
there is a change of algorithm. Every day there is a new update on social media. So in that sense, focus on following those trends and thinking about how your own persona, your own character, and you within the industry people are working in, how to adapt it through across these channels.
You've been doing a lot, accomplishing a lot. What's one framework or, habit that keeps you running, and anything that you would want to suggest to future marketers?
I have a habit each day. Let's say if I'm putting my makeup, I always turn on the podcast.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It depends on the mood, but I love to use it in a way so I save my own time. So let's say if I'm doing something like putting my makeup, which takes time, in the same time, I'm listening to podcasts that can teach me how to be a better communicator, that can teach me something that I haven't heard before or learn before. Of course, I love to listen some inspirational, spiritual podcasts that will just lift my mood that day. For instance, like I don't know, Jay Shetty, Mel Robbins, of course, The Diary of CEO. All these big guys,
Right.
big names, very well known in the industry. But I love to discover people through podcasts that I have never heard before. And this is great in terms of saving my time and still investing into some sort of knowledge. And it stays with me. And once I discover something very insightful, I turn back to that podcast and then I take notes. And then I
Nice.
actually study again through those podcasts.
I totally agree with you. This is something that has made me a better marketer and a better human as well. I replaced a lot of my music time with the podcasts, especially when I'm driving, and I think it helps a lot. Well, thank you for mentioning that.
So what's your favorite podcast?
Many.
Yours, right?
I doubt if I'll ever be able to go back and listen to my own because, while editing and all those things, I have to keep on listening and, keep on testing. So I don't know. There might be a day when I'm not recording anymore. Maybe I'll go back and listen to my own. But some of the ones that you mentioned, and then there are core marketing podcasts out there. Some of them I listen to, but I keep on, switching to different people and different perspective. And even if it is a very unknown podcast, I'll still go and listen to it because the perspective of somebody who has not made it to the mainstream media yet is also equally valuable because something that they might have learned along the way might help me today or maybe tomorrow. So podcasts, yes, I love listening to them, and I think they're a great source of information.
Absolutely.
I'll move to the rapid fire round, and first I have professional marketing related questions for you. You can choose between either of these,
But only one.
but only one. No explanations needed. SEO or paid marketing,
SEO.
brand or performance marketing,
Brand always.
creativity or data,
Always creativity.
startup hustle or corporate structure.
Corporate.
Corporate,
But
all right.
this is
Guys,
very
one.
heavy.
Books or podcasts,
Podcasts.
LinkedIn or Instagram,
Also very difficult one, but LinkedIn.
AI or human intuition,
Always human intuition.
global campaigns versus local activations,
Global.
TikTok or TV ads.
I get cringe of just mentioning TikTok, so I'm not also the TV ad fan, but everything against TikTok.
Risk taking or playing it safe,
Always risk taking.
customer first or product first.
Always customer first.
Some personal questions, coffee or tea,
Coffee. Always coffee.
right? Early mornings or late nights,
Late nights.
mountains or beaches,
Beaches.
readings or watching web series,
Web series.
solo travel or group trips.
I prefer group trips, but lately I'm ending up as a solo traveler.
Are you a minimalist or a collector?
Neither.
City life or countryside?
Both, but if I have to choose, Dubai city.
What if your career was a marketing campaign? What's the tagline?
If you want to build your muscles, you go to the gym. But if you want to build your brand awareness, you come to me.
Awesome. I like it. What's the best piece of advice you have ever received from any guru or teacher?
I've received, alhamdulillah, a lot of great advices.
Right.
But I'm not sure if I'm actually allowed to say it exactly the way, but it's suck it up.
Right.
It's very sharp, it's very straightforward, but it is the best advice recently that I received because it's very short, but it speaks volumes, and it really is the best advice that I took in the sense of dealing with the difficult situations, because everyone goes through some difficult paths in their life. Everyone are facing the setbacks. In the same time, what you need to do in that moment is to just manage to control your emotions, manage to navigate those situations, and find the thin line of navigating it to the next steps. Just don't give up and move forward.
Keep moving. Yeah.
Keep moving.
If marketing as it is today was to disappear, what's one thing that you would actually, go out and fight to bring it back?
PR. Bill Gates said if I was down to last $5, I would spending on PR. Richard Branson as well said, good story is much more powerful than a front page ad. And there are several more great wisdoms from those huge names out there. PR is something that is definitely something that might go in the shadow, and that's why it's something that I would return.
Awesome.
Especially the print.
Right.
I'm an old-fashioned marketeer,
So am I.
I would love to return the print.
I still have printouts in my hand, no iPads.
See, I mean, I worked in a renewable energy, and I should be talking about against printed business cards and everything, but I will always fight for the print.
What if you get to put a billboard out there on Sheikh Zayed Road tomorrow? What would you want to write on it?
This is such a great question, and I had a discussion. Actually, one of my friends 2 years ago, she had an interview at her company, and she was asked the same question.
Oh, okay.
It provoked me in the sense like, my God, really, like, what would I put on the billboard? And it's definitely something that I would always put some budget in, especially on Sheikh Zayed Road. What I can tell you, because I'm lost in space, so there's not a slogan yet there, or maybe it is. It's in the making, so it should definitely have a powerful visual. That's number one. And just keep it simple, because oftentimes, less is more. And if I would launch, let's say, my company, I'm still considering the name, although I did bought the domain. It's called bravora.me,
Interesting.
because it's a combination of my name and what bravura from Latin means, and it's a great combo. And then .me, because it would represent the Middle East. In the same time, it would be bravo me. So there is a lot of play word around it. So let's say that there would be a powerful visual of a female, and so women empowerment. I think it would be black and white. It would be bravora.me, so everyone knows where to look for. And then maybe the slogan of branding the bold.
Interesting. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing it on Sheikh Zayed Road one
Oh,
day.
inshallah. Nothing would make me more happy.
Perfect. Well, fingers crossed. In the interest of time, I move to the last question, and that is, when the credits roll on your professional journey, what do you hope the final lines read?
She lived happily ever after.
I like it. One question that I did miss, if you were to describe your life's journey so far in 3 words, what would be those 3 words?
Oh, I love that question. Resilience, integrity, and creativity.
Awesome. Well, this is what she lives by. Thank you very much, Dora. It was a pleasure hosting you behind Marketing Lines.
Thank you, Zeeshan.
Thank you for tuning in to Behind Marketing Lines. We'll see you in the next episode.